Hi everyone, I am a tiny YouTuber from Pakistan. I upload videos mainly regarding electrical engineering. If you have done graduation and if you are going to appear for a job or an interview, then must subscribe this channel for a quick preparation of your all subjects, mainly electronics. I also upload videos regarding PPSC tests. Thank you very much. बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। आज हम इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन सीरीज़ का स्टार्ट लेते हैं और बिकॉज आई एम टेकिंग जस्ट अ स्टार्ट सो आई विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चंस एंड द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट आर द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन इलेक्ट्रिकल एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग. So electronics engineering is a subtype. It is a branch of electrical engineering and but there are differences between them. So looking at the differences, the first difference says that electrical engineering deals with large power application like utility and industrial application. The electronics engineering deals with low power systems like computers, digital exchanges and electronic components. Electrical engineering deals with AC voltage and its ranges from 220 volts to 220 kV and 500 kV, that is very high voltage, whereas electronics engineering deals with DC voltage and its ranges minus 48 volt to plus 48 volt. Electrical engineering deals with low frequency and high power supply. The power supply I have done in the point number 2, and low frequency means that the frequency range is 50 to 60 Hz, whereas electronics engineering deals with high frequency and low power supply. The power supply as the DC voltage range is minus 48 to plus 48 volt, and high frequency means that if it is used in switching application, then the frequency is very high as compared to the line power supply frequency that is only 50 to 60 Hz. Electrical engineering, there is no current control, there is no need of current control, and the current is not controlled in electrical applications, whereas in electronic systems the current can be controlled by using semiconductors. So this was a very basic difference between electrical and electronics engineering. Now looking at the second basic questions, it says that discuss the effects of electrical current on human body. Now electrical current is a killing factor in terms of electrical shock received, and voltage, yes, voltage is important as it determines how much current will flow in a given body. In the body, definitely human body has some resistance. So the current that is necessary, like even very small LED bulbs are of the range of 3 watts, starting from 3 watts, that is and the current necessary to operate the 10 watt bulb is many times greater than 8 to 10 times greater than the current that will kill the human being. So now voltage of only 120 volt is more than enough that will cause the current to flow and which will kill the human body. Now we will see the ranges of current that will affect the person. If the current is 1 milliampere or less than 1 milliampere, then there is probably not detected and there is no current is not sensed by human body. But if it is 1 milliampere to 3 milliampere range, then the current is mildly sensed, but still it is not painful. Now if the current range is 3 to 10 milliampere, then there is a painful shock. If the current range is 10 milliampere to 30 milliampere, then muscular control could be lost, or we can say the muscle has been clamped. If the current is even more than 30 milliampere to 75 milliampere, then respiratory system becomes paralyzed. And if the current is 75 milliamperes or more, 4 amperes, then this is the ventricular fibrillation, and it means that the heartbeat rate is very rapid and heart stop pumping the blood to the body. And if the even current is more than 4 amperes, then the tissue begins to burn and heart muscles clamps, heart stop beating. So this was the basic effect of electrical current on human body, and today I will only discuss these 2 questions, and we will see more questions in the coming series, in the coming videos.